Donna's Motorworks Limited Sportsman ready to roll trackside for their first qualifying heat race of 2024. Hi, Johnny. How are you, buddy? Set to go. It is Genavieve Bartlett rolling trackside in the number 11. She'll start on the outside of row number 1. Inside on the pole, scheduled to go is Haley Brownell out of Fine, New York in the 747. And she may start at the tail of the field. Row number 2 is going to be Brady Howard, the 54. Alongside of Brady is going to be the 63M of Anthony Brownell. Row number 3, Gage Howard, the 21 out of Chippewa Bay, along with Logan Brown in the number 9 out of Lafargeville. Final row, it's Camdin Cook in the 14 out of Evans Mills, and out of Canton, it's Kyle Reef in the 1W. One and only heat for the Donna's Motorworks Limited Sportsman. So the lineup will be adjusted here for this qualifying heat race for the Donna's Motorworks Limited Sportsman. It will be Genavieve Bartlett in the 11 along with the 63M machine of Anthony Brownell. Of course, last year in this division, Keegan Nyer had a really good year. Of course, he has gone on to the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman division. So a couple of these drivers having problems with the one-way radio system, so we are doing this the old-fashioned way. Right, Brandy? You remember this way? Yep, absolutely. So we got the field lined up where they need to be, and we will set this field loose here in just a few moments. Qualifying heat race distance tonight for the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. 6 laps will be the distance tonight. Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars, they'll go 6 laps for their heats as well. Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds, they'll go 8 laps in distance for their qualifying heats tonight. DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series for the Bob Johnson Auto Group. DIRTcar Sportsman Division, 8 laps tonight. Thunder Cars brought to you by Sundance Leisure, they'll go 6 laps as well.
Okay, buddy, list who they are. Good.
Set to go green. Genevieve Bartlett on point. Green lights are on and we are off and running. The 2024 Golden Jubilee season is green. And out in front, lap number 1 is going to be Genevieve Bartlett as they hit the back straightaway for the very first time here at Can-Am. Down the back stretch goes the field. Will be Bartlett in control, 63. Of Brownell back there to the 2 spot. Gage Howard to position number 3. Logan Brown is 4th as they make their way up into turns 1 and 2 at lap number 1.
Handle her yet? Pretty good. Of course, with Daddy or Uncle owned in the place, she got a chance to come out and practice.
And right now, Bartlett and Brownell way wide in the turns, going to open up the door for the 21 of Gage Howard and the 9 of Logan Brown to get on by. So Howard and Brown to 2nd and 3rd, but Genevieve Bartlett looking really good down the back straightaway. As we got him around and Brownell loops it in turn number 2. Yellow lights are on. Yellow lights are on with 2 laps complete unofficially. 3 laps are down, my apologies. So it's Genevieve Bartlett, Gage Howard, Logan Brown, the top 3 right now. Talked about this division last year. Of course, we'll run through it while we got a couple of moments. Limited Sportsman last year, brought to you by Doneth Motorworks. Keegan Dyer won 5 qualifying heat races. Dylan Moore won 2. Alan McDonald had a heat win last year as well. As far as feature wins is concerned in this Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman, Keegan Dyer led all drivers with 4 wins. Dylan Moore had 2. Brady Howard, he had 2 as well. And Jake Graniker scored one of the 9 feature races held for this Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman class. This division, of course, is just a class for some of the newer drivers that are graduating from the karting ranks, or some veteran drivers, or some experienced people trying to get out there and gain a little bit more track time as well. But a lot of young stars in this class right now. So it'll be Bartlett on point, Howard alongside, row number 1. All starts and restarts tonight will be at that VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint site. VP Racing Fuels, the official sponsor here at the Am Speedway 2024. Thanks to Number 1 Speed for their involvement with bringing us that great VP Racing Fuel every week. Green lights are on. We're back underway. Logan Brown has taken over the number 2 spot, all chasing Genevieve Bartlett into turn number 3 and 4. Gage Howard there for 3rd. Brad Reef, the 1W, has jumped it up to 4th. As the 63M of Anthony Brownell up to the top 5. The 14 of Camdin Cook back there in 6th. 7th is Haley Brownell as they break their way up off of turn number 3 and 4, down across the line. 2 to go for Bartlett. Logan Brown looking really impressive in his debut here tonight. Graduate of the karting ranks here last season, had a really good strong year there. Trying to parlay that into something good here in this Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman division, but he's quickly running out of time as Genevieve Bartlett looking really good coming down the front straightaway across the line. White flag in the air, final time into turn number 1 and 2 for Genevieve Bartlett. Watertown, New York native brings it off in turn number 2. A healthy advantage by about 8 car lengths over the 9 of Logan Brown, and we got Brad Reef off the top side of corner number 2. Yellow and checkered coming out. Genevieve Bartlett will win it. Logan Brown will cross in second. Gage Howard third. Anthony Brownell fourth. And fifth unofficially will be the number 14 of Camdin Cook. That will do it for the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Coming up next, we are going to have the first heat event of the night for the Panther Frameworks 602 Crate Sprint Cars.
Okay, what the hell is this final number here?
So again, Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars will be up up right now. The Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds will be up after this for their qualifying heat races. 8 laps will be the distance for them tonight. Glad you could join us here once again here at the Am Speedway for our season opener. If you're watching live on Dirt Track Digest TV, glad you could join us from wherever you may be watching. If you are watching from work tonight, we will not tell anybody. We promise. As the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars get pushed away, we'll give you the starting lineup for them in just a few moments when they get settled in. So Tucker Doneth set to go from the pole, the number Z28. Alongside of him from Lafargeville, the number 25, that's George Sanford. Row 2 is set to be a Tiger Chapman, the 271, along with the 30 of Ken Klinkowsky. Two-time defending track champion Josh Verne Jr. in the 1V, along with Cam McKinnon in the 85C, and rounding out the field, car number 87, that is Andrew Hennessy. 7 cars ready to go. 6 laps will be the scheduled distance.
Josh Verne, he was a hot one last year.
The Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars, Whitesboro Plow Shop, DIRTcar 358 Modified Heat Race number 1 is lining up, I should say, over in the pit area. White flag will be displayed to the field this time by. We will go green next trip around. White flag is in the air. Again, all starts and restarts right over there in turn number 4 at the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. VP Racing Fuel, the official fuel supplier of the World Racing Group in DIRTcar Northeast. And while it's quiet, I'd like to welcome one of our good friends from Canada here tonight. Suffered a little bit of a foot injury a couple of weeks ago. Graham Christie is here in the house tonight along with his lovely wife Paula. Graham, I hope you're doing well. And that wheelchair looks very familiar. I see you down there. He faked it, didn't he?
We got our green.
Sorry, Graham. Set to go green at the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. We are underway. As Tucker Doneth sets sail through the middle of turns number 1 and 2. Watch for the 271 of Tiger Chapman. He went to the bottom, couldn't quite make it happen. Veteran Ken Klinkowsky there for third, and Josh Verne Jr., the 2-time track champion, looking to move up, trying to take the third spot away. He rides in fourth. Andrew Hennessy, he's up 2 spots into the top 5 now as we click off lap number 1. George Sanford and Cam McKinnon complete the rest of your field. In the meantime, Tucker Doneth enjoying about 2.5 to 3 car lengths over the 271 of Tiger Chapman. One of Verne right there with him in third, however, as they make their way through turn number 3 and 4. Down across the line, Tucker Doneth in control. Battle on for the number 2 position right now as everybody kind of filing around on that inside portion of the racetrack. Nobody has stepped up on the line. They're trying to run the top side just yet, and that is just good enough for Tucker Doneth. seconds. He's got the lead. Battle is on for second again. Chapman washed wide in the turn. That opened the door for the one of Verne to get on by. So Josh Verne Jr. now to the runner-up spot as they hit the back straightaway. Then it's Chapman, Klinkowsky, and Andrew Hennessy, the top five, with Saford and McKinnon completing it. Up off of turn number 3 and a 4. 2 laps left to go. 2 more remain, and Tucker Donath in control of this field as the Palermo, New York native, making his way down the back straightaway. He's opened up that gap now over Josh Verne Jr. by about 6 car lengths into turn number 3 and 4. Verne trying to rally back and catch him down the front straightaway. White flag in the air. Final trip around as the top 2 have driven away. In the meantime, Ken Klinkowsky doing all he can to hold the 271 to Tiger Chapman in Bay for position number 3. And he's also getting some pressure from Andrew Hennessy as Cam McKinnon and George Sanford dice it up back there for 6th and 7th. In the meantime, no challenge up front. Tucker Donath gets the first heat win of 2024 for the Panther Framework 602 Great Sprint Cars. Donath wins it. Second will go to Josh Verne Jr. Ken Klinkowsky will hold on to third at the checkered flag. So that does it for the Panther Frameworks Great Sprint Cars. First heat event of the night for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds will roll to the Speedway next. 8 laps will be the distance for them.
Never give you a rundown.
Heat number 1 on track is going to be Billy Dunn in the 49, along with the 70 of Alex Payne in row number 1. Row number 2 is going to be the 18 of Scott Webb, the 12 of Keith Weston. Row number 3, 66W Derek Webb, and we are staying caution. 21 of Andy Howard will join him. Row number 4 is going to be the 45 of Preston Forbes, along with the 3 of Franklin Mackin and Chris Raby, 2012 track champion here in the 358 modified ranks. He will go shotgun on the field in position number 9. Again, 8 laps is the scheduled distance. First of 3 heats. The Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. Tonight is the night Tim Fuller defends the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modified Track Championship, looking for his 4th straight. But that man on the pole in heat race number 1 here, Billy Dunn, would love nothing better than to grab the opening day win and pursue a 7th track championship in his career. They're all in the hands of Mike LeClaire right now, Chief Director of Traffic Control here at Can-Am, as they look at one another off of turn number 3 and 4. Green lights are on, and away we go. As they scramble into turn 1 and 2, Mackin and Derek Webb make contact into corner number 1. Raby gets turned around by the 66 of Webb, a full 360, and he will park it over there to the inside of corner number 2. Yellow lights are on. We did not get that lap complete. Yellow lights are back on. A rare small block start tonight for Alex Payne aboard car number 70A, the Canandaigua, New York native. Regular on the Super DIRTcar Series in 2024. Last year in this division, Tim Fuller led all drivers in feature wins with 4. As far as qualifying heats is concerned, Billy Dunn led all drivers with 4 heat wins last year. Just behind him, of course, Scott Webb got to victory lane for the first time in a long time. His first ever small block modified win here. Scott Webb did have a big block modified win in 2007. But he had never won in a 358 modified until last season. Got the job done.
Maybe in the mid-speed.
Something going on with Billy.
Back on August 11th. So one of our track crews is going to go over there and check out what is happening in turn number 2, report us some debris down there. So we'll get that picked up and we'll get back underway. Of course, next week, May the 3rd, is $5 Friday. All 5 divisions will be on hand. The Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds, Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman, Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman, the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars, and the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars will be here as well. Race time, as always, 7 p.m. here at Can-Am. And if you can't be with us live here at the Speedway, join us live on the World Wide Web on Dirt Track Digest TV. You're watching us from Dirt Track Digest TV land. We welcome you. Lights are on and we're back underway. Billy Dunn jumps out into the race lead as they work the back straightaway. Alex Payne, Scott Webb, Derek Webb, Andy Howard. That's your top 5. Chris Rabby already on the charge from the tail of the field, trying to get alongside of Preston Forbes, and he will do so. He'll get by him for 6, but in the meantime, Dunn stretching out that lead over Alex Payne by about 4 car lengths as they motor into turn number 1 and 2. The dominant lane right now seems to be the bottom side of the speedway, as Rabby has made up some significant time into turn number 3. Remember, he started back in position number 9 on the restart, and he is already alongside of Derek Webb, looking for position number 4 down in front. Across the line, left number 3 goes up on the leaderboard, and it's all Billy Dunn. The Watertown, New York native works it into turn number 3 and 4. A healthy advantage over Alex Payne by about 10 car lengths into turn number 3 and 4. Across the line this time by Dunn. Will cross the stripe as the leader. Alex Payne, Scott Webb, Derek Webb, Chris Rabby. That's your top 5. Preston Forbes, Andy Howard, Franklin Mackin, Cameron Black, and Keith Weston complete the rest of the field into turn number 3 and 4. Dunn sets the car up nicely down on that inside lane. He'll work it up off of corner number 4 and across the line. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. 8 laps is the scheduled distance. First of 3 heats tonight in the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. And Billy Dunn trying to make short work of this one. Into turn number 3 and 4, healthy advantage. Alex Payne still there for 2nd. Scott Webb holding on to 3rd. Webb trying to run down Payne for the runner-up spot. In the meantime, another Webb, Derek Webb, that is, holding on to position number 4 as Preston Forbes makes his way back into the top 5. He just got around Chris Rabby using that inside lane, but Rabby trying to make something happen on the top side. Can't quite get it done, though. In the meantime, Billy Dunn has a healthy advantage. 2 to go for Billy Dunn down into turn number 1 and 2. Nearly a straightaway lead over Alex Payne in 2nd. Scott Webb continues to have a strong run into 3rd. Derek Webb to 4th. Very impressive run here for Preston Forbes, holding on to spot number 5. Then it's Chris Rabby, Andy Howard, Franklin Mackin, Cameron Black, along with Keith Weston. White flag in the air, final time into turn number 1 and 2. Number 1 speed equipment. Number 49 of Billy Dunn, McNeil chassis, brings it off in turn number 2, a healthy advantage, nearly a straightaway over Alex Payne into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air, and no contest. Billy Dunn from start to finish leads every lap, grabs the win in heat race number 1 for the Whitesboro Plowshop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. Alex Payne, Scott Webb, Derek Webb, Preston Forbes, the top 5. Chris Rabby, Andy Howard, Franklin Mackin, Cameron Black, and Keith Weston will complete the rest of your field. That does it. Heat race number 1 is in the record books in 2024 for the Whitesboro Plowshop DIRTcar 358s. And Billy Dunn gets it into victory lane. Heat race number 2. Ready to roll trackside. We'll get you the starting lineup here in just a moment. On point, slated to go, according to our lineup up here, is the number 60 of Jackson Gill alongside of the 83 of Tim Sears Jr. Row number 2, Remington Hamm, modified rookie in the 57H, along with the 31 of Lance Willix, the winner from opening day here a year ago. Row number 3 rather, starting 5th, it's Jeff Sykes, the 23J, 21R of RJ Tressetter. Row 4, Ryan Arbuthnot, the R70 with Larry Welling Jr., the 21JR, and Jack Meeks in the number 1 from Evans Mills. That's your starting lineup. 9 cars, 8 laps is the distance. White flag in the air this time by. We will be at full song. Next time by, Jackson Gill, Tim Sears Jr., Remington Hamm, Lance Willix, Jeff Sykes, RJ Tressetter, Ryan Arbuthnot, Larry Welling Jr., Jack Meeks. That is your starting lineup. 8 laps.
Oh yeah, here she is. She's in here. Yeah, she's here.
Second of 3 heats. The Whitesboro Plowshop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. That is 3 heats, Dennis Mulcan. 3. At the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint, green lights back on, and away we go. Jackson Gill, Tim Sears Jr. fighting for the bottom of the racetrack, and it will be Gill coming out the winner of that battle. In the meantime, behind them, Remington Hamm, modified rookie this year, going at it with the veteran Lance Willix into turn number 3 and 4. Lance won the opener here a year ago. Inside battle for the lead. Tim Sears Jr. finding a way by on the bottom. Jackson Gill trying to shut him off in turn number 1. Timmer trying to get by, can't quite do it though. He'll settle into second. Remington Hamm running a strong 3rd right now. Lance Willix, Jeff Sykes, that's your top 5. Then it's Ryan Arbuthnot, RJ Tressetter, Jack Meeks, and Larry Welling Jr. as they cross the line for lap number 2. Jackson Gill in control. In the meantime, Tim Sears Jr. under attack from Remington Hamm into turn number 1. 31 of Willix right there with him in 4th. Sykes there in the number 5 position as they working off of corner number 2 and down the backstretch. As our good friend John Burr used to say, the freight train starting to develop at Can-Am. Single file around the inside portion of the racetrack. Gill, Sears, and Hamm, the top 3. Battle is on for 4th. Ryan Arbuthnot looking at the inside of Jeff Sykes into turn 1 and 2. And Arbuthnot will take the 5 spot away as Sykes relegated to 6. Jack Meeks up to 7th. RJ Tressetter and Larry Welling Jr. completed. Come down across the line. 4 down, 4 to go. It is Jackson Gill in control of the field. Battle on for the number 3 spot. Willix showing the rookie the way around the inside lane here at Can-Am, and Willix will pick up the number 3 spot. So Lance going after Timmer for position number 2 right now, but right now Tim Sears Jr.'s got other ideas. He wants to get that lead away from Jackson Gill. Not going to happen this time, though, as we got 3 laps left to go of this scheduled 8 laps here in heat race number 2 for the Whitesboro Plowshop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. And Jackson Gill trying to make short work of the heat race as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Tim Sears Jr. to 2nd. Lance Willix giving chase from 3rd right now. Off of corner number 4, 2 to go for Jackson Gill. Timmer continued to hold on to second. Willix back there to third. Again, single file formation around that inside portion of the racetrack. The bottom lane is pretty well dominant right now. Not a lot of drivers stepping on a line. If they do step on a line, they're going to lose a lot of positions and a lot of car lengths in a hurry. So everybody just kind of sneaking around the inside portion of the racetrack. White flag in the air, final time for Jackson Gill. To turn number 1 and 2, the Plessis, New York native, will bring it off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Healthy advantage about 7 car lengths over Tim Sears Jr. And that is how they're going to finish, checkered in the air, and the win will go to Jackson Gill. He picks up the victory. Second spot will go to Tim Sears Jr. Third will be Lance Willix, Remington Hamm, and Ryan Arbuthnot, the top 5. Jeff Sykes, Jack Meeks, R.J. Center, and the 21 JR of Larry Welling Jr. Heat number 2 of 3 is complete for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 350 Modifieds Heat Race number 3. Ready to roll to the Speedway right now, and here's how they are going to line up. On the pole, car number 74, that is Lucas Fuller out of Edwards. Alongside of him from Philadelphia, it's Shaun Shaw in the 7S. Row number 2, he was fastest in the hot lap session earlier on. The 26, it's Michael Manigo from Stanley, New York. To his outside is the 7Z of Zach Payne. Row number 3, we are going to find Dan Bishard, the 36B, and the 27 of Nick Webb. Row number 4, 39 of Ryan Bartlett out of Watertown. Alongside of him, another Watertown native, the 19, three-time defending track champion, it's Tim Fuller. Rounding out your field from Evans Mills in car number 9, that is Tyler Meeks. Tyler Meeks aboard car number 9. 9 cars on track, 8 laps is the distance. Third and final heat for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds as they get set to set the lineup for tonight's 25-lap feature go. Up after this, we will have the first of 4 Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Heat events as well. Again, glad you could join us here at the Am Speedway tonight for our opening day of the Golden Jubilee season here at the Am Speedway. Place saw its first race June 14th, 1974. Jim Clark took the victory in the modified feature that night. Gordy Dobbins won the stocker feature. I'm surprised Bobby Thurston Jr. was not in the field. Maybe he was, I don't know. You're probably He did make some history here at Can-Am over the years, that's for sure. But right now, at the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint, these drivers trying to make history. We're 4 wide down the front straightaway. Ryan Bartlett, Dan Bishard, Tim Fuller, and Nick Webb were 4 across the track for position as they headed into turn number 1. Ryan Bartlett trying to pick up 3 spots here in the opening lap, but Tim Fuller trying to battle back on that outside lane and does so. Gets around Bartlett and gets around Michael Mandigo in the process. In the meantime, Lucas Fuller, his nephew, is leading this race. Shaun Shaw there for second. Zach Payne right there, position number 3. Battle is on for 4th between Bartlett and Fuller as Bartlett pulls by on the bottom side of the racetrack. Fuller realizes that inside lane's really good down there in turn number 1, but he realizes the top lane's pretty good through turn number 3 and 4. He'll try to keep the momentum going as they click off lap number 2 with Lucas Fuller in control. Shaun Shaw and Zach Payne, that's the top 3. Ryan Bartlett, Tim Fuller, that's the top 5. Then it's Dan Bishard, Nick Webb, Michael Mandigo, and Tyler Meeks. Heat number 3 of 3. The Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds is on track. Michael Mandigo with a problem. He'll head to pit road immediately. As we close in on the halfway point of this one, again, everybody on the bottom side of the racetrack. Lucas Fuller in control of it right now. Shaun Shaw there for second. Look at Tim Fuller trying to find the way around Ryan Bartlett. Had a good run down the backstretch, but the door was shut when he got there. As Lucas Fuller continues to show the way. 4 down, 4 to go. Battle of the 7s there for position number 2. Shaun Shaw has the number 2 spot. Zach Payne in the 7Z trying to take it away. As Zach Payne rolling from spot number 3. Ryan Bartlett there in position number 4, getting a lot of pressure from Tim Fuller right now. Dan Bishard, he knows the inside lane is really good, but he steps on the line to try to make something happen from position number 6. Couldn't quite do it. As we work in lap number 5 in this 8-lap heat event, third and final one for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds is Lucas Fuller, Shaun Shaw, Zach Payne, the top 3. Ryan Bartlett, Tim Fuller, the top 5. 2 to go for Lucas Fuller. He's had a great race car all night long, trying to keep that inside lane all to himself. Might have clipped one of the inside Uke tires down there in turn number 2. He saw the front end get a little airborne there in turn number 2, but it didn't seem to slow his progress as Shaun Shaw tries to close in off of corner number 3 and 4. The white flag is in the air. Final time into turn number 1 and 2. Lucas Fuller. GNR Auto Parts number 74. That number has won a lot of features here between Uncle Doug Fuller and, of course, Timmy when he drove that number in pure stocks here some time ago. But Lucas is going to pull it into victory lane. Lucas Fuller gets the win in heat race number 3. Shaun Shaw, Zach Payne, Ryan Bartlett, Tim Fuller, the top 5. Dan Bichard, Nick Webb, and Tyler Meeks complete the rest of your field. And ladies and gentlemen, that does it for the White Squirrel Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. They are complete for their qualifying heat races tonight. And in just a moment, we will go into the first of 4 DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series heat races.
We got 53 cars listed here. Huh?
Yep. And there's more.
58. There's probably more than that.
Yep. More heats.
Top 5 will qualify here tonight. 8 laps is the scheduled distance. Gavin Isley on the point along with Owen Nyer, row number 1 in the 17. Row 2, it's Cedric Govero in the 22. Dustin Hutt in the 7D. Frank Sibley and Trevor Gibbons in row number 3. Row 4, Paul DeRutter in the 1D with Justin Lichty, the 21J, and Jonathan Murphy, the 62. Again, 5 cars go to the show. The rest will head to one of the last chance qualifiers. The VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. The DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series is green. As they scramble into turn number 1 and 2, look at Owen Nyer, not going to back down from Cedric Govero, drives it through the middle of the racetrack, picks up the 2 spot. Govero trying to fight back on that outside lane, but they're all chasing Can-Am regular Gavin Isley as Owen Nyer picks up position number 2. Govero trying to fight back on that outside lane up into turn number 1 and 2 as Govero able to take that number 2 spot back. Owen Nyer right there with him in spot number 3, Dustin Hutton, and the 92 of Frank Sibley holding on to spot number 5 at the moment. That's the 5th and final transfer spot. Work in lap number 3 of this 8-lap heat event. First of 4 for the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series. Top 5 right now. Gavin Isley well in command of the field. The Performance Automotive ride on a Lafargeville holding on to the lead. The 22 is Cedric Govero in second. Dustin Hutton there for 3rd. Owen Nyer 4th. Frank Sibley dipping down to that low lane. He wants to jump up one more spot as behind them Paul DeRutter, Justin Lichty, Trevor Gibbons, and Jonathan Murphy all after one another as a battle on the racetrack for position number 4, and Sibley gets that spot away. So move Frank up into the top 4 now. He's looking for 3rd as he goes after Dustin Hutton right now, up off of turn number 4 and back down to the line. It is still Gavin Isley in command of this field. Isley's had a great race car. Picked up a couple of wins here last season. Also won the Jan Corcoran Memorial last year at the Land of Legends Raceway, one of the biggest wins of his young career right now. But he's trying to park it in victory lane in heat race number 1 and get a good starting spot for tonight's 30-lap DIRTcar Sportsman Series event for the North Region. And right now it's Isley, Govro, Hutton, Sibley, and Owen Nyer. That's your top 5. Those 5 drivers currently in the show as they work their way back down to the line. 2 laps left to go for Gavin Isley. 2 laps remain. Gavin Isley's had a comfortable lead from the drop of the green flag. He was fastest overall in DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series qualifying and has had a good car ever since as he works it into turn number 3 and 4. Once again, everybody loving that inside lane right now around this racetrack. It is really good, and Isley shows us how good it is as he pulls away from the field. White flag in the air. Final time for Isley into turn number 1 and 2. Performance Automotive number 18 working it off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Checkered flag will wave. Cedric Govro, not much he can do about it. Into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air and a dominant performance. Gavin Isley to victory lane in heat race number 1. Second will go to the 22 is Cedric Govro. Dustin Hutton will cross in 3rd. Frank Sibley's in the show. He comes home 4th. Owen Nyer, he's in the show as well. He crosses in 5th. Paul DeRutter, Jonathan Murphy, Justin Lichty, and Trevor Gibbons did not finish this one out. They will all have to go to one of the last chance showdowns a little later on.
I've been impressed with the starting anyway so far.
Yeah, they said they were going to put up a crowd.
Yeah.
And heat race number 2 will look like this. It looks like it's going to be Richard Murtaugh on the point in the number 33. Alongside of him, slated to go is the 0 of Shane Pecor. Row number 2, Brennan Moore in 35B, along with the 03 of Josh Jock. Row number 3 is going to be Savannah LaFleur in the 16, along with the 95 of Dan Gelbear. Row 4, Steve Roberts, the 5R. Alongside of him is going to be the 1W of Brad Reef, and completing it will be Mike Fowler in the number 410 machine. Set to go green. 9 cars ready to go. 8 laps is the distance. Top 5 go to the show. The rest to the last chance showdown. Green lights are on and we're underway. And Shane Pecor jumps out into the lead. Richard Murtaugh, Josh Jock, Brennan Moore, Dan Gelbear up into the top 5. Watch Mike Fowler at the back of the field. He'll be on the charge here, trying to get to the front. He's got to get to that top 5 if he wants to make the show. In the meantime, the 0 of Shane Pecor, former DIRTcar Sportsman Series champion in 2016, 2018 Super Dirt Week Sportsman champion as well, works his way to the number 1 spot. Richard Murtaugh, who won that epic battle at Weedsport last season during Super Dirt Week 51. He's got 2nd. Josh Jock right there with him in 3rd. Brendan Moore to 4th. Battle is on for 5th. Dan Gelbear has it. Savannah LaFleur. Mike Fowler after him down the front straightaway. Meantime, Steve Roberts and the 1 of Brad Reef completed into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. The top 2 have driven away from the rest of the field. Josh Jock right now in position number 3. Brendan Moore looking to do something with him here as they work through turns 3 and 4. Dan Gelbear, Savannah LaFleur, Mike Fowler. That's the battle for the transfer spot, and Fowler picks up 2 spots in 1 corner. What a move there by Mike Fowler. He goes from 7th to 5th and looking for more. He's trying to get around Brendan Moore down the back straightaway. Pulls even turns with him down the back chute. Mike Fowler is on the move from the back of the field. Looking for 4th. He's got it. Oh, Dan Gelbear, hard contact with Brendan Moore. Savannah LaFleur goes around. Moore with problems, and Gelbear's got big-time problems with the right rear suspension on his ride. Yellow lights are on. A whole lot of things happening over there in turn number 4. The Flare, she spun around to avoid getting into anybody, but Brendan Moore had hard contact from the 95 of Dan Gelbear, and Gelbear, he may have broken something on the right rear suspension of that ride. And Brendan Moore, his left side is tore up over there. The Lions Goodfellow Furniture ride out of Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And Dan Jalbert, he's got some definite right rear suspension damage on that car for sure. So we'll reset the field here for her. We do know that Shane Pecor is the race leader. He'll go from the #1 spot. Richard Murtaugh second. Josh Jock third. Mike Fowler, what a drive from the tail of the field. He started 9th on the grid, and he's up to 4th right now. And Brennan Moore looks like he's going to be able to pull away and continue here. We'll see from this point. It looked like the left rear was flat, but he may think otherwise. Heat race number 2 of 4 on track for the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series as look to set tonight's starting lineup. Again, top 5 will transfer out of each of the 4 qualifying heats here tonight. The rest of the field will go to one of the last chance showdowns. This is the first of 4 races in the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series. The next one will be at Brockville, May 25th. I'll be there for that one too. And then we'll come back here to Can-Am on July the 3rd. And then Dennis Mulcahy will go to Drummond, your favorite track, Bravo, on August 11th to close out the series. Mike Warren approves. Green lights are back on, and Pecor wasting no time jumping to the head of the class here into turn number 1 and 2. As they head through corners 1 and 2, Mike Fowler just made the move to 3rd, and he's looking to go after Richard Murtaugh for 2nd down the back straightaway. Could Mike Fowler go from last to 1st? We are going to find out as they work it up off of turn number 3 and 4 and across the line one more time with Pecor in control. Richard Murtaugh there for 2nd. Mike Fowler settled into 3rd right now. Josh Jock is 4th, and the battle is on for that final transfer spot. Savannah LaFleur has it. Brennan Moore and Stevie Roberts trying to take it away from him. Up into turn number 3 and 4. Dan Jalbert has taken the 95 pit side. Suspension damage on his machine. 2 to go for Shane Pecor. Murtaugh and Fowler, that's your top 3. Josh Jock now 4th. And here comes Brennan Moore. Savannah LaFleur has the 5 spot, but Brennan Moore is looking for it. Down the back straightaway, Steve Roberts is 7th. And Brad Reef completes the field in 8th. White flag in the air this time by for Shane Pecor. Top 4 have driven away from the field. Brennan Moore trying to figure out a way around Savannah LaFleur into turn number 1 and 2. He looks to that inside lane, can't quite do it. LaFleur shuts the door in turn number 2. In the meantime, Shane Pecor with about a 4-car length advantage over Richard Murtaugh is going to grab the win in heat race number 3. Pecor wins it. Murtaugh and Fowler, that's the top 3. 4th is Jock. The battle is on for 5th, and Savannah LaFleur is going to get the final transfer spot. Brennan Moore 1 spot out of the money in 6th. Steve Roberts and Brad Reef complete the rest of your field. That does it. Shane Pecor to victory lane.
0.
1st to 0.
1st to 0.
Richard Murtaugh, Mike Fowler, Josh Jock, Savannah LaFleur. That is your top 5. So heat 2 of 4 is complete. Heat 3 getting ready to roll trackside. Once again, this will set the next 5 positions for the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series. Eric Nyer on point, the 34. Alongside of him, fellow Carthage native, 32 RS of Brian Shanahan. Row number 2, it's going to be the 2 of Taylor Dockstader and the 34K of Keegan Nyer. Row 3, we are going to find Greg Brinklow in the 707 with the 10 of Corey Castell. Row number 4, welcoming Martin Lessard to Can-Am out of Drummondville, Quebec, in car number 2, alongside of Dylan Moore, rookie in the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman here at Can-Am. Completing it will be Justin Gadbaugh in car number 18G. 9 cars on track one more time. 8 laps is the distance. Top 5 will go to the show. All starts and restarts at that VP Racing Fuels, making PowerPoint in turn number 4. Mike Leclerc is going to look the field over. It's Eric Nyer, Ryan Shanahan on the front row. A pair of Can-Am regulars looking to get into the show. We're green. And Eric Nyer wins the battle into turn number 1 and 2. Again, I chatted with Eric earlier tonight. Said he was pretty confident after that practice session here on Tuesday that the car was pretty good. Well, he set fast time in this group in qualifying, and right now he leads lap number 1 as they work it down the front straightaway and across the line. Ryan Shanahan there for second. Third is Keegan Dyer. What a great run he's had early on. Greg Brinklow, the 707 machine, holding on to fourth, and Taylor Dockstadel looking to move up. He rides in fifth. Then it's Corey Castell, Martin Lassard, Justin Ganbon, Dylan Moore completing it into turn number 3 and a 4. Eric Dyer in complete control right now. 5-car length advantage over Shanahan. Keegan Dyer there for third, followed by Greg Brinklow and the 2 of Dockstader. Dockstader trying to get by the 707 of Brinklow to get on through towards the front of the field, but he's got to worry about Corey Castell right now, as Castell working him over from spot number 6. In the meantime, however, Eric Dyer enjoying a great night so far, leads the way in lap number 3. 3 down, 5 more to go. The top 2 are driving away from the rest of the field right now by about 8 car lengths over Keegan Dyer. Keep in mind, Keegan Dyer was running in Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman last year, and right now is in one of the biggest races of his career. He is locked into a spot in tonight's 30-lap feature go for the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series, and he is doing it, making it look easy right now, but he knows it's not that easy out there against some of these top stars, as Eric Dyer, Ryan Shanahan continue to pull away. Battle is on for position number 3, 4, and 5. Keegan Dyer has third. Brinklow there for fourth. Taylor Dockstader up into fifth as they work in lap number 5. 2.5 laps left to go. Eric Dyer has it. Ryan Shanahan still there. He's within striking distance. 2 laps left to go. 2 more remain. Eric Dyer, Ryan Shanahan, 1 and 2 down the front straightaway. Then they go a half straightaway back to Keegan Dyer in third. Brinklow is fourth. Taylor Dockstader continues to have a solid run. He's holding on to the 5 spot. Then it's Corey Castell, Martin Lassard, Justin Ganbon, Dylan Moore completing it. White flag is in the air. Final trip around the Am Speedway for Eric Dyer as he brings it up off the turn. Healthy advantage, about 5 car lengths over Ryan Shanahan. These 2 drivers, if they stay right where they are, they will have a good starting spot for the feature go. As Keegan Dyer there for position number 3, Greg Brinklow and Taylor Dockstader in that order, and barring anything major happening at the end, that is how they are going to finish. The win will go to Eric Dyer. He'll grab the victory. Second will be Ryan Shanahan. Keegan Dyer's in the show. He crosses in third. Same for Greg Brinklow into fourth. Taylor Dockstader makes it into the show as well. He rounds out the top 5. However, Corey Castell, Martin Lassard, Justin Gadbaugh, and Dylan Moore will have to go to one of the last chance showdowns a little later on.
Second place.
Who?
707 is second.
Heat number 3 is complete. Heat race number 4 for the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series is set to take to the Speedway momentarily. Great night of racing so far. We still have the Sundance Leisure Thunder cars to come up next for their 6-lap heat events, but we still have to settle one more heat for the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series.
Yeah.
Heat winners so far, Gavin Isley, Shane Pecor, and Eric Dyer.
Last one. Here she
Looking to
is.
take 5 more to the show, as the front row will feature Tyler Corcoran, 4-time and defending track champion here at Can-Am. He's on a central square in the 64 from Kingston, Ontario. The 52 of Jessica Power, second in the DIRTcar Sportsman Series race at the end of last season. Row number 2 is going to find the 0 of Xavier Andrews, and of course Xavier picked up a top 3 finish in September last year. Alongside of him, slated to go, is the 94 of Gabriel Sear. Row number 3, Dave Rogers has won the last 2 series races out of Lafargeville in the 44 with the 22G of Gordon Clare. The racing fireman, Josh Riom in the 91, alongside a 54-year veteran Billy Cook in the M70 Mohawk Express. And Bladen Arquette completes the field in 18B. 9 cars, 8 laps the distance. Green of the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint, and we're underway. Tyler Corcoran to the lead. Jessica Power trying to find that inside lane as Xavier Andrews slides up. Gabriel Sear moves to the number 3 position. Andrews back to the 4 spot. Dave Rogers, Josh Riom, Gordon Clare, Billy Cook and Bladen Arquette completed. Down across the line for lap number 1, it is Tyler Corcoran in command of the field. Again, everybody stacking up in that inside lane. They all want that bottom lane. Xavier Andrews clipped one of the Uke tires coming off of turn number 2 and stacked the field up as Dave Rogers and Josh Riome trying to find the way by. Riome's going to look to that high lane. He knows everybody's kind of cruising around the bottom, and he's got to go where they're not. Right now, he pulls by the 44 Rogers to pick up the final transfer spot. Power move off of turn number 4 by Josh Riome. He'll pick up 5th. Rogers relegated to 6th here as they motor down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4 goes your leader. It is Tyler Corcoran, the 4-time defending track champion in control. Jessica Power just doing what she has to do to get into the show. She's 2nd. Gabriel Sear there for 3rd. Xavier Andrews into 4th. Josh Riome, the 5th and final transfer spot right now as Gordon Clare fighting with Dave Rogers for that number 6 position as they battle side by side into turn number 3. About the only battle on the racetrack for position at the moment as we work in lap number 4. 4 down, 4 more to go. Tyler Corcoran setting a torrid pace here in early going as Billy Cook heads pit side with the M70. In the meantime, Jessica Power about a half a straightaway back in 2nd. Gabriel Sear in position number 3 at the moment as everybody single file around that inside portion of the racetrack. Xavier Andrews there in spot number 4. Josh Riome completes the top 5. Dave Rogers, he's searching around this racetrack. He's moving around, trying to find some way to catch Josh Riome and get into the field. Right now, 2 laps left to go, and Tyler Corcoran waiting for nobody. The 4-time defending track champion with a healthy lead. Nearly a straightaway back to Jessica Power in 2nd. Gabriel Sear, Xavier Andrews, and Josh Riome complete the top 5. But Dave Rogers is far from done in this one. Trying to close in on Josh Riome. He's got 2 car links to make up down the back straightaway. We'll keep our eye on that battle. In the meantime, though, Tyler Corcoran enjoying a straightaway lead over Jessica Power. White flag in the air for Corcoran. Sent a fast car from the drop of the green flag. The Central Square New York native. 4-time defending track champion. He'll look to go for an unprecedented 5th straight track championship here this season off of turn number 4. Dominant performance. Tyler Corcoran to victory lane in heat race number 4. 2nd will go to Jessica Power. 3rd to Gabriel Sears. Xavier Andrews crosses at 4th. And Josh Riome gets the 5th and final transfer spot. Dave Rogers, Gordon Clare, and Bladen Arquette will have to go to one of the last chance showdowns. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the qualifying for the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series. We've still got the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars to go for their qualifying heat races here tonight. Again, want to thank the good folks at VP Racing Fuel, the official fuel, World Racing Group, DIRTcar Northeast, and the Can-Am Speedway. First, I'd like to thank the good folks at Number 1 Speed Equipment for supplying that great VP Racing Fuel here at Can-Am.
Go Jake on a race.
On point will be the 26 of Damian Beckler alongside the 61 of Lyle Robinson.
Yeah, the polish, it is better than it was.
Right on the top flat.
Yep.
Row number 2 is going to be the 8 of Jock Simons alongside the 11A of Kevin Greenfield. Row number 3, the 13 is scheduled to go. That's Tony Frezzo. Chris Hurd is in the house tonight. I saw Chris earlier today. Where's the 66X tonight? At home. Well,
Hot during the warm-ups, I don't know.
so the 72 of Camdin Paquette coming out onto the racetrack, a late arrival in this one. Set to go green, it is Damian Beckler, 26, Lyle Robinson on the front row. Green lights are on, and 6 laps the distance, we're off and running. And Damian Beckler out into the lead as they make their way through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Lyle Robinson there for second. Watch Jock Simons. He won the season finale of the Ron White Memorial event we had here at the end of the year. In his only start of the season. In the meantime, Lyle Robinson looking to find some running room on the bottom. He'll pick up the lead as they cross the line at lap number 1. Damian Beckler, Jock Simons. And the 11A of Kevin Greenfield leading the way in spot number 4 as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Watch for Tony Frezzo back there in the 5 spot. Good strong number 13 ride. Battle is on now for position. Jock Simons to that inside lane. Simons is going to go to the number 2 spot, relegating Beckler back to 3rd. Greenfield still there in position number 4 as they work it down the back straightaway one more time. As Greenfield and Beckler still staging a war for position number 3 right now as Greenfield down low. Beckler trying to do the crossover move. He's trying to get back after him coming down the front straightaway. That didn't quite work. 3 down, 3 more to go. Lyle Robinson trying to fend off the 8 of Jock Simons right now. Kevin Greenfield washes wide up off the turn. Opens the door for Beckler to try to get by, but Beckler realized the door was shut when he got there, as we've got a lap machine on the 72 ride of Caden Greenfield right in front of the race leader. Which lane do you pick? It's the bottom lane, and Robinson uses it to his advantage as Simons having problems getting around the lap car of Greenfield into turn number 1 and 2. So they straighten it out down the back straightaway. Battle going on for position number 3 and 4 at the moment. Kevin Greenfield has it. Damian Beckler trying to take it away. Watch for Tony Frezzo in the 13. Off of turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is in the air. Final time for Lyle Robinson into turn number 1 and 2. Jock Simons there in position number 2. Battle is on there for 3rd. Got 3 cars going after it in turn number 2. Kevin Greenfield, Damian Beckler, and the 13 of Tony Frezzo after one another. Meanwhile, into turn number 3 and 4, Lyle Robinson got the lead from the drop of the green flag. He's going to hold it all the way to victory lane. Lyle Robinson gets the win. As second will be Jock Simons. 3rd to Kevin Greenfield, Damian Beckler, Tony Frezzo, the top 5 in heat race number 1.
Then I think they're going to go into the B main.
Last chance showdown.
Yeah. When they have so many, they have like DIRTcar rules. When they have over 30 cars now, they have to do B main.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And next year, and this year they have all DIRTcars have to have anti-fire suppression system. So
They do?
yep.
Good idea. Nothing wrong with that.
Stained yellow.
Oh, God. Huh.
So Josh Verne Jr. is scheduled to go on the pole for this one, but Looks like he is electing to stay at the tail of the field, so that'll move O.J. White to the number 1 spot unofficially here, but we'll get the lineup squared away. Out there is O.J. White in the 94. And we're going to straighten this out the old-fashioned way.
Oh, they gotta line them up.
Yeah.
22, the purple guy is going up the front. I think he doesn't have a one-way radio, or he's one back, way back.
So we got the lineup squared away. Everybody is where they need to be. It is Josh Verne Sr. up on the pole. Outside will be the 111 of Anthony St. Mary Jr. Row 2, defending track champion, the 60 of Francis White, and the 94 of O.J. White. Alongside in row number 3, the 113.
Will O.J. choke?
Is going to be Nathan Powers and Justin Pope in the 27 will complete it. 6 cars ready to go. 6 laps is the distance. Final heat. Here tonight with the good folks at VP Racing Fuels. Green lights are on and we're underway. And we're 5 wide already down in front. And Justin Pope goes from last to first around to take the lead at lap number 1. Down the back straightaway, O.J. White there for second. Nathan Powers there in position number 3. And Francis White on the charge. He pulls up into 4th, getting by Josh Verne Sr. Verne, a lot of experience around this speedway in these types of cars. In the meantime, though, Justin Pope enjoying about a 2-car length advantage over the 94 of O.J. White as Anthony St. Mary Jr. and Josh Verne Sr. both head towards the infield, done for this one. So we're down to 4, and right now, 27 of Justin Pope shows the way into turn number 3 and 4. Nathan Powers there for second. Third at the moment is a battle between him and O.J. White. Francis White trying to figure out a way around that outside lane. Everybody stacked up around the bottom portion of the speedway as they come down the back straightaway. Justin Pope, who won 3 times here last year with us, holding on to the lead. Justin only makes a handful of appearances here with us, but when he shows up, he means business and usually ends up winning the race. But right now, he's trying to win this heat race as he comes back down to the line. Halfway home, 3 down, 3 more to go. It's Justin Pope, the race leader. Nathan Powers is second. 94 of O.J. White continues to run in third. Francis White there for fourth. And Francis White last year had one of the most dominant seasons in recent memory. Never finished any worse than third, and he did that only 1 time last year. Pretty impressive season. Right now he's battling with O.J. White down the front straightaway for a top 3 position as we got 2 laps left to go, and Justin Pope is led from the drop of the green flag. Keep in mind, he went from last to first down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Pretty impressive move on that start. White flag will be displayed this time by and Justin Pope. Brings it through turns 3 and 4. Healthy advantage down across the line in lap number 5. White flag in the air, final time. Nathan Powers into turn number 1 and 2 has second. Francis White trying to figure it out. He's up into third with O.J. White into fourth. Checkered flag is out. Checkered flag will be waving this time by, and Justin Pope will hold on and grab the win in heat race number 2 for the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars. Nathan Powers second, Francis White third, and O.J. White completes the field in fourth.